हेलो गाइस, स्वागत है आपका कंटेंट मॉन्स्टर्स के एक और एपिसोड में। और आज के इस एपिसोड में हम रिव्यू कर रहे हैं सरपट्टा परंपरा का।
പോലീസ് അല്ല ആര് കേരളത്തിൽ ഈ നാട്ടുകാർ സമ്മതിക്കണം. ഞങ്ങൾക്കറിയാം ഈ നാടകനെ കാക്കണമെന്ന്.
अब सरपट्टा परंपरा एक तमिल फिल्म है जो कि बॉक्सिंग पर बेस्ड है और रिलीज हुई है Amazon प्राइम वीडियो पर। अभी एक ही हफ्ते में दूसरी फिल्म बनी है विच हैज बॉक्सिंग एज अ थीम और रिलीज हुई है Amazon पर। एंड इफ ऑफ द टू देयर इज वन बॉक्सिंग फिल्म यू नीड टू वॉच, इट हैज टू बी दिस वन। द डस्ट, द ग्राइम, द इंटेंसिटी, द स्वेट, द रॉनेस, द ग्रिटीनेस, all of these aspects that make a good boxing film are abounding in plenty in this film. The good part about this film is it's not around professional boxing. It's around what you would call street boxing on a much organized level, on a much organized scale. It is set against the backdrop of the emergency and it brings alive the milieu of the North Chennai of the 1970s so beautifully. The production design is absolutely brilliant. It recreates that era very well, and you almost get the feeling, especially in the boxing matches which have huge crowds there, as if you are a part of the crowd, as if you can literally feel as if you're right there witnessing the match in front of your eyes. And you have these huge sets constructed with so many people. The adrenaline rush that you get is something that was possibly missing in Tufan. It's much more over here. And the beauty of this film is, while that it is about boxing, it is not boxed within the boxing ring. There is so much more to this film than just boxing, and that's what's captured so well. It's directed by Pa Ranjit, whose strength always has been creating films around socio-political themes, and even here he continues that trend. Like I said, it is a film based against the backdrop of the emergency. Political affiliations are also very clearly shown in the film with respect to the various clans who are out there fighting with each other to win that coveted boxing prize. This story is about this young man called Kabilan, and for whom boxing has been a passion since childhood. He literally idolizes Coach Ranjan, who is the coach of the Sarpatta clan, and he himself was a great boxer of his times, but since the last few years all his students have been losing to the boxers from the Idiyappa clan, specifically Vembuli, and he is quite desperate, to win back the boxing trophy from the Idiyappa clan, because for these clans, winning the trophy is a matter of great pride. People from the Sarpatta clan have been a bit low since a while, since they just not managed to win the trophy, and whoever he pitches against Vembuli falls short of winning it. He's either grievously injured or he ends up dying in the ring. While Kabilan has a passion for boxing, his father himself was a great boxer, but his mother restricts him from boxing. She just hates the sport because his father was a great boxer, but his mother feels that he eventually lost his life because of boxing, because his father became a drunkard and his boxing skills were used by local thugs for petty crime. And he eventually loses his life in a gang war, and his mother primarily blames the sport for that. So despite the fact that Kabilan wants to get into boxing, he enjoys boxing, the only thing that he does apart from working in a port after his work hours is either watching these boxing matches live or even enjoying small spars in the neighborhood where people are boxing with each other in the ring as a hobby or a passion, because for him boxing is life. And the more his mother restricts him from the sport, the more he is attracted towards it. And there comes a point in the film where by quirk of fate he gets into an argument with people from the Idiyappa clan, and he ends up challenging them to a match of boxing. So one of the boxers, who is second only to Vembuli, challenges him in a match, and he ends up actually beating him and knocking him out in the first round itself. That's when Coach Ranjan really feels that this man has the talent, has the stamina to actually represent the Sarpatta clan and actually bringing back the trophy to them. Then somehow Kabilan, with the help of Daddy, his one-man cheering army, gets into Coach Ranjan's camp, and against the wishes of his mother, he actually takes up the challenge. He actually beats a couple of boxers from the Idiyappa clan, and he's left only to defeat Vembuli to get the trophy back to the Sarpatta clan. And just when the fight happens, the massive fight, the mega fight, the blockbuster fight between Kabilan and Vembuli is when Coach Ranjan is arrested by the police because he belongs to the DMK and there is an emergency in the country. Politicians from across parties have been jailed. In the middle of the fight, the police comes and arrests his coach, and the rival gang leaders also disrupt the fight. They actually throw stones, throw furniture at the boxers, specifically on Kabilan. He's very badly injured and he's hospitalized. And when he's about to win, he's on the verge of winning the bout against Wembley, is when the match is disrupted. What happens as a result of this is that Kabilan, because of the fame he's got on account of boxing, but on the same hand, because of the frustration that he couldn't win the final bout because of the police coming in and the fight being disrupted, he falls into bad company because his coach also is no longer there. The coach's son, Vetri, who's anyways upset that Kabilan was chosen over him to fight against the Ediappa clan by his own father, gets him into bad company. He becomes an alcoholic, he starts selling liquor, and it gets involved in all sorts of antisocial activities, including gang wars. He puts on weight over a period of time. Boxing now ceases to be a part of his routine. Clearly, these wins have gone to his head. There comes a time where he's so out of shape that his mother and wife also almost disown him, not just because of the fact that he's out of shape, but also because of the fact that he's earning money by antisocial means. He's completely a shadow of his former self. And when his coach Ranjan is again released by the police after a year or two, once the emergency has subsided, he starts to come back to his normal self. One particular incident especially changes him is when he's drunk and is about to be killed by members of the opposite gang, and while he is with his wife and daughter, he somehow manages to survive with the help of his cheerleader daddy and with the help of his wife, and that pretty much shakes him up, and he wants to give up alcohol, he wants to give up all these activities and go back to boxing, but now he's no longer in the shape to take up a fight against Wembley anymore. He somehow, with the help of his wife and his mother, manages to come back on track, give up alcohol, but there is a constant struggle between his physical self and his mental self, and that conflict between his physicality and his mental frailty is brought alive beautifully by Arya, who plays Kabilan in the film. That one particular moment when he breaks down in front of his wife and his mother is something that truly stands out in the film. Of course, after this point in the second half, this film does follow the predictable tropes of a boxing film, how he manages to train well again, and the typical montage shots against hard-hitting background music, how he reduces the weight with the help of his coach, and how he comes back defeating some of the small-time boxers, and then finally getting into a fight to the finish with Wembley. There are 12 rounds of fight that happen between him and Wembley in that match, which Kabilan finally wins and finally brings back the coveted trophy to the Sarpatta camp. Like I said, the second half, especially the last hour or so, does fall into the predictable tropes of a boxing film, but yet the energy in those boxing scenes is phenomenal. You almost start rooting for Kabilan yourself because of all that he's gone through. The fact that he belongs to possibly a lower caste is subliminally mentioned. It is not something which is overarching as a theme. Also, Kabilan himself is not holier than thou because of the fact that he himself has fallen into some antisocial activities. Caste as a card is not played up that much, but you do know that he possibly belongs to a lower caste, and that is also something that a lot of people from other clans are not happy about. They're not happy that he's representing the Sarpatta clan. So eventually, when he actually wins, you're rooting really hard for him because he's fighting for his clan, for his coach Ranjan, for his wife, for his mother, and most importantly for himself. So it is these struggles and the entire lot of people that he's fighting for makes you want to root for him. And I wouldn't say this is a massive leap in terms of a boxing drama for a boxing based film, but it's clearly a few steps, a few notches ahead of standard boxing films, and that credit should be given to it. And like I said, Ranjit creates this beautiful milieu of the 70s of North Chennai. You can literally smell Chennai in the film, and the boxing matches have been very well shot, and Arya, I think, has done a phenomenal job as Kabilan. He's really worked hard both in the parts where he's put on the weight and in the parts where he's training for boxing. You can literally see that effort and sweat that he's put into building this street boxer kind of physique. And like I said, that balance between his physicality and the emotional frailty that he displays through his performance is something that's not very easy to achieve for someone who's playing this macho boxer kind of a role, and I think he's done that job brilliantly. Apart from Arya, some of the other key actors in the film are Dushra Vijayan, who plays the role of Mariamma, which is Arya's wife, and I think she has a very strong role. In fact, in a film which is based primarily on boxing, to have roles for women which are so strong, so author-backed is an achievement. I think Pa Ranjit has done that job very well. She plays that strong role of a wife who plays the emotional anchor, the emotional support for her husband during his bad times very well. And one scene particularly stands out when the wedding festivities between her and Kabilan are done, she comes into the room which is supposed to be their Suhagrat, and she dances in wild abandon in front of her husband, and clearly this is the most dramatic Suhagrat scene that one would have ever seen. In fact, that scene clearly establishes her character arc in the film, that she clearly is a strong woman. She's not someone who can be walked over by her husband just because he happens to be this larger than life boxer. She's done a great job. Apart from them, John Cocaine as Wembuli, again phenomenal. He clearly brings alive that spirit of boxer very well, and I think he's the perfect arch nemesis for Arya in the film. Shabir Kalarkar as Dancing Rose, who plays one of the boxers who Kabilan initially defeats so as to challenge Kabilan, again is phenomenal. His choreography, his dancing moves while boxing are a treat to watch. Anupama Kumar, who plays the role of Bakiyam, which is Arya's mother, again a very strong role, and I think she's done a phenomenal job. Both these women who have such strong roles in this film have done a great job and acted as a great support to Arya's character. Pasupati as Coach Ranjan is the backbone of the film, is clearly the man behind building Kabilan the boxer, and brilliant. He's superb in the film. And lastly, but definitely not the least, I must mention John Vijay, who plays the role of Kevin, Akka Daddy, who's the one-man cheerleader for Arya throughout the film. Some of the moments between him and Arya are so refreshing, truly they truly set alive the film. I think the casting is perfect. Very importantly, they're not supporting casts. Each of them has a very important role to play in the film. The best part is in the first hour of the film, the focus is not even there on Arya, or who plays the role of Kabilan, because he's still not sure whether he'll be able to box, whether his mother will give him the permission to go for a boxing match. The focus is so much on the build-up and establishing the other characters. So to that extent, it's not a film driven by the protagonist or the hero. All of these characters have some very important roles to play, and that's what makes this film so exciting. I would give this film a rating of 7 on 10. It is a bit long, and like I said in the last hour, there are parts which clearly follow the standard tropes of a boxing film, but it's a film you'll thoroughly enjoy. Like I said, between the two boxing films that have released this week, if you have to watch any one, this must be the one. I would give this film a solid thumbs up, and I'd love to hear your views on the film if you happen to see it, whether you agree with our review, disagree with our review, and if you have any comments to share with us on having seen the film, would love to hear from you in the comment section below. If you like our review, please do subscribe to our channel. Please do keep coming back. We're going to come back with a lot more reviews. Thank you. See you soon.